one do I want? Mm. Hey, I see you. I hope you can you hear me? Someone else is on. Let's see. Okay.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Oops.
As owner of Mint Mobile.
Okay, good. I'm just waiting for at least 10 people. And if I have 10 people, here comes Sienna, then we will get started. So hopefully we get 8 more pretty soon. Mm-hmm.
I thought you were done.
No, I'm not done.
I'm sleepy.
Okay. Okay, let's see. So we have one. Oh, hopefully we get more people. I need at least 10. And it's my first live, so I'm kind of nervous. Oh, we have another person. Hopefully we get 10. Guys, we're looking for at least 10 people so it can be interactive. Hold on just a second. While we're waiting on more people. Just let me know when you're done. All right, so we have 2 so far. Of course, Sienna came in just as I started, so we're still waiting. So we have 3. Come on, let's get to 10 people and then we will get started. Four. Yay, we're up to 4. So if you just joined, I'm Joy from She Speaks Too, and we are trying to have at least 10 people in the live chat. This is my first live chat, and we're going to be talking about Mind Your Business Ministries and what that means. But if you just came in the room, go to the live chat and say hi. I already have one person, Yasa Rose Early Learning, which I go to her channel a lot because I have a kindergartner and she has a lot of good tips. So if you are a teacher or just homeschooling like I'm doing right now and you want to learn something, I would go there, Yasa Rose Early Learning Center. And she also has like resources that you can purchase and things like that. So right now we've been working on sight words and it has been getting a little bit easier. But please say hi in the live chat so I can shout you out and say hello to you. Oh, we have Juba Bruce Love TV saying hi. Let me say hello. Hello to you, Hadu. We have 6. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Yasa Rose Early Learning says, ah, thank you. You are so welcome. You have been a resource to me. Ah, Juba Bruce Love TV says, thumbs up. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Is it Juba? Anyway, I try my best, yeah. So we have 6 people. We just need 10. We need 4 more people. Let me do my math good. We need 10 and we have 6 people, and then we'll get started. We'll talk about the Mind Your Business Ministry. We not dropped a full. Yeah, please share and then have more people come on. Okay, give me just a second. We have 5 people. We're trying to get up to 10 people. So if you're new to the live recording, just say hi so I can shout you out. Hold on. Yeah, go back to Asher.
Mommy, my panties.
Sienna, you're on record. You're being recorded. Here, wash your hands. Okay. Okay, go back. And then go back to Asher. Don't slam the door.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. I hope I didn't lose people. I had to tend to Sienna, of course, when I started recording. Then she needed something. So we only have 4 people. Like I said, I want to have, oh, we have Henrietta Bush. Hello, Henrietta. Let me say hello right here. So please share and let's get up to 10 people. We're going to talk about Mind Your Business Ministries today. So let's see. We have 5. So maybe we'll just get started in a little bit. We'll get started. Even if we don't have a lot of people, maybe people will join on. Like I said, this is my first live video. So anyway, let me tell you what Mind Your Business Ministry means to begin with. So when I went to Liberia, when I first went to Liberia, I was there for like a year and a half off and on. I was in everybody's business because I don't want to, I guess I'll say nosy, but if you want to be cool, you can say inquisitive. I need to know what's going on, how it happened, when it happened, why it happened, where it happened. I'm just one of those types of people. So people will be having their own problems and me go to, what happened? What going on? Blah, blah. Well, in Liberia, you can't do that unless you plan on helping them. So if you don't plan on helping people, you need to keep your mouth shut. But in America, you can ask people all these questions and say, well, I hope it works out, Sarah, and walk away. In Liberia, not so. In Liberia, if you ask all those questions, you need to be able to help them. Oh, Juba Bruce Love TV said, really? That is true. You can't ask somebody, oh, Mom, what happened? The children's school fee due. And then you say, I hope it works out. No, once she tells you the children's school fee due, you got to help her with the children's school fee. So my husband used to tell me all the time, just mind your business, Joy. Mind your business. So, but it took me a long time to join the Mind Your Business ministry. So I kind of have forgotten about the Mind Your Business ministries until just recently. I have a cousin in Liberia. She's there for December, and she messaged me just the other day, and she said that, Joy, I should have joined your ministry because I've been in Liberia for less than a month and I'm broke. And she's been doing what I did when I first got there, being superwoman, just trying to help as many people as you want to help, and that burns you out. So the requirements of Mind Your Business Ministry is that you need to be able to see somebody frown up, sitting down like this, and you need to be able to just say, hey, everything okay? And just keep on going. That is one of the requirements. You need to be able to look and just keep it moving. So you need to be able to see somebody and they say, life. Me, when someone said, did life, be like, what do you mean? What happened in this life? What's going on? You need to be able to see them, saying that, and you need to be able to just say, yeah, mine will work out. Yeah. Vower Tech. I don't know what that means. Anyway, you need to be able to see them and just keep it moving and say, it will work out yet. So that is the origins of Mind Your Business Ministry. It is because of my too inquisitive nature, my nosy nature, my desire to want to help everybody. And that has been the origin of Mind Your Business Ministry. So I would encourage anyone who is going to Liberia. I'm not trying to tell you not to help people because it's very important to help people. But I would encourage anyone who is going to Liberia to think about it in those terms. In America, we can talk to people, say, what happened over the weekend? Oh, my tire was flat, my air conditioner went out, and we can talk about that whole weekend, and they won't expect you to give them any money. But in Liberia, once you get involved, then you are expected to help. So that is the origin, or just tell them. Henrietta said, or just tell them God there. LOL. That is true. Another person told me to tell them it will work. You will figure it out, or it will work out, that's true too. You will figure it out. So those are ways that you can hello your channel. I have been to Liberia. Your voice remind me of Liberia. Ready for the ministry. Who was that? Who said that? Let me see. He said my voice. He's Christopher. Hello, your channel. I have been to Liberia. Your voice remind me of Liberia. Ready for them. Well, Christopher, you are officially minister of Mind Your Business Ministry. You qualify for that. So yes, so that is how it came about. And I just put in the comment section because I'm reading the comments as I'm doing this. This is my first live. I'm very nervous. You wouldn't think that I would be nervous. I've been doing YouTube for over a year, but I'm nervous. So I'm reading the comments. Put in the comment section what your definition of Mind Your Business Ministry means. And I'm reading them as we speak. And I appreciate, I have 10 people, so I'm really excited. The minimum for me was 10, and we do have 10. So thank you guys. We just dropped down to 9. Somebody was very unloyal. They left. But anyway, so let's talk about it. Tell me your situations of Mind Your Business Ministries, and I can read them to the group, and we can just kind of talk about it. I really like Henrietta said, just telling God there. That's true. God there, man. That's true. I'm waiting. So anyone, let me just tell you, thank you. Thank you all. Or we can talk about any other topics besides Mind Your Business. Let's see. Let me go back to the live chat. Okay, Yasa rose early. She said, even when people come to me with their problems, I said it would be okay. That's how I've learned to mind my business, because once that door is open, it never closes. Yes, it does. Let me tell you all a story how I used to frequent an establishment. I won't tell you what kind of establishment it is. So I used to frequent an establishment in Liberia. And I started talking to one of the workers. I mean, this is how nosy I was. I asked her, I was talking to her about her hours. I talked to her about her hours, her pay. I found out, let me see, you can't help but ask how is life or what's going on. You don't expect to always offer. Yes, you don't expect to always offer, but it is expected of you. You think you're innocently just trying to figure out, and this is from Christopher, you think you're just innocently trying to figure out what's going on. And it does turn into where you put yourself in this, backed yourself against this wall to where it's almost like you have to do it. But I do understand what you're saying. Sometimes you're just genuinely concerned about the situation. But let me tell you about this story. I used to frequent this establishment. There was a worker at this establishment, and she just was nice. She used to serve me. So I started talking to her. I got to know how much she made, what her hours were. She had 3 children. She was with a guy who wasn't the father of any of those children. He drive the Pim Pam. How much he brought home. This is how much I talk to people, how much he brought home. And then after I found all that out, I asked her what she wanted to do with her life, because that's my big question. Like, what if you had the money, what would you want to do? So she told me she wanted to be in the medical field. I won't say what it is just in case she's watching. She told me she wanted to be in the medical field. I told her to get the information sheet from the school. Yo, I really she's girl. Yasa Rose said, girl, you really in people's business. Yes. So she told me she wanted to do something in the medical field. So I told her, I said, bring me the information sheet from the school. Here is the money to buy it. Here's the money to buy. In Liberia, I don't know if you guys know, in order to even get the information sheet that tells you admissions, everything, you got to pay for that form, and not free. So I told her to get the information sheet, bring it. I have found an organization. This is how deep it went. I found an organization that was going to pay her tuition. I just needed her to bring the information sheet. Yeah, Henrietta said yes, she was. So anyway, I found an organization that would pay her, and her salary was less than $100. So I also was going to petition this organization to pay her salary, so she couldn't use the fact that she wasn't making money, that she wouldn't be able to go to school. So this organization gave me a soft yes, saying that they would do this, they would do that. So I was just waiting for her to bring the information sheet. Monday came. I went to the establishment, no information sheet. Tuesday came, no information sheet. Friday came, no information sheet. The weekend happened. I went back on Monday. And this person is just walking by me, and I'm the type of person, I'm just watching her, and I'm feeling myself getting more irritated, because it's like you have somebody that wants to help you. Okay, that's the thing in Liberia. Everyone wants help until it's offered, and then it's like, they say they want help, they want a job, but then sometimes they don't put forth the effort. So anyway, she walked by me. I could feel myself getting irritated. I said, this girl is never going to come to me and say, here's the information sheet. By Monday, I'm sitting there. She comes to me. She said, it's my little birthday, my daughter's birthday. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, I'm talking to you about your future. I'm talking to you about your future, where you can better yourself in a year or 18 months, and you want $5 for your daughter's birthday. And I told her that. Do you know that when I kept going to that establishment, that girl stopped speaking to me? I told her, I said, I found an organization that's willing to pay for your tuition, pay your salary. So even if you wanted to work on the weekends, you could still have supplemental income. And you're talking to me about your daughter's birthday, where maybe I could give you $5. She stopped speaking to me. But guess what? That was my fault, because I didn't mind mind your business ministry. And so now when I came to the establishment, it was an awkwardness. Like she didn't want to speak to me. I didn't want to look at her. But if I had just minded my business, that wouldn't have happened. So that is an example of, and I have countless other stories. There's a little boy that lived with this other family. He's not a relative that got him from the farm, but he's just such a cute little boy. He was in the 12th grade. I went to him and asked him what he wanted to do with his life. I guess that's my opening question. He said he wanted to put up satellites. And I said, well, when you graduate from high school, I will help you with that. My sister said, I will help you too, to help him do that. Before he even graduated from high school, he started calling me. He needed this for this. He needed this. And I said, if I had just minded my business. So that is why I have established Mind Your Business Ministry. So y'all give me some opinions. Am I doing too much? But I've learned my lesson. So I'm not only doing too much, I've learned my lesson. So these ladies, Yasa Rose said, girl, you were really in people's business. Henrietta said, yes, she was. Yes, I was. Yes, I'm embarrassed to say yes, I was. So we have been on for about 20 minutes. Anyone have anything to say before we close out, or any funny story? That is true. It's hard when you see people in need. And I think that is my problem. But they say whatever breaks your heart is like an opening to your purpose. But then again, you can't help everyone. So that's true. It is very difficult for me. And it's very difficult for me to see people not living up to their God-given potential because of lack of money. lack of finances, because I always ask, like, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? Meanwhile, I haven't even done everything I would do if I had all the money in the world, but I'm out here trying to make, like I'm Oprah trying to make everyone's dreams happen. But anyway, anyone else have anything else to say? And I'm just reading the comments, trying to catch up to see if I missed anything. I'm waiting like 2 more minutes, and then like I said, this is my first live. Hopefully it'll get better. I just wanted to like throw my hat in the ring and let me see. Christopher said, well, we are nurses. It's natural to want to help others, but we can easily be taken advantage of. I think that's true for any profession that is in the nurturing field. Nurses, teachers, social workers. Oh, thank you. She said I'm doing well for my first live. Like, I'm nervous. Thank you so much. But back to Christopher. Yes, any profession where we're in the nurturing field, I think we want to be fixers, and then but we can't do it all. So I think that is why we even got into that profession, because we want to be fixers. We want to make things happen. So, and I'll just give it a couple of minutes for more comments. And next time I'll try to be more organized, maybe write things down. I feel like I've been all over the place. Maybe next time we'll talk about another, like, okay, you know what? Put in the comment section what topics we should talk about. I like the interacting with other people, because I feel like, even though, like, I know Yasa Rose is halfway across the world, like I feel like I'm communicating with my sister, like Henrietta. I don't know where Henrietta is, but I just feel like I'm communicating with you guys, like you guys are closer to me. So let's talk about what topics maybe we can bring up the next time, because this is fun. Oh, someone said, I saw the healthcare in Liberia and it's awful. They need so much help, so they need you. And you know what? Healthcare in Liberia, I visited. I have a lot of videos, Bomi, Cape Mount, Cape Mount, Nimba, and I visited healthcare facilities. What I can say about healthcare in Liberia, that I'm proud of our Liberian counterparts in the healthcare field. They are doing the best they can with the little resources they have. And I even visited a clinic in Jacobtown, Liberia. When I tell you those people do much with little, God be there. Yes, Jella and Henriette, God there. Henrietta is from Columbia, Missouri. Oh, and then we have Sis Julia. She's like my biggest fan. I love her. Sis Julia said, oh my God, I'm so late. Yeah, oh, Sis Julia, we're not talking about 18. Yeah, we're not talking about Maya Business Ministry. You would just have to catch the replay. But we are talking now about what topics that you guys would like for me to talk about in the future, because I like the interaction. Oh, I missed a comment. Perhaps a solution for those you want to help would be to do so in partnerships only. My sorority is a great outlet for me. And I think, I don't want to say the wrong sorority. I think it's Zeta. And I know that they do a lot. They give back to the community. I think it is, because I see your pillow on your, I see your pillow behind you in your videos. So I think it is. I think I'm right. But that is true. Yes, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I knew it. You always have the pillow in your videos, and I always see that. I'm like, oh, she's a Zeta. So I knew some in college. I went to OU, so I knew some of them in college. So anyway, I just talking. Anyway, let's talk about future live or future content that we can go live on, maybe once a month or so. So if anyone has any ideas, I'm open to that. It can be about Liberia. It can be about current events in Liberia. It can be about, the only thing I try to steer away from really is politics. It's such a controversial, sometimes a mudslinging business. Talk about the orphans. It would be nice to see what we can do. That is true. And there is an orphanage in Buchanan that I was invited to see, but I didn't get a chance to go there. That would be good. Talk about orphans. Yeah, it would be my wish that all the orphans had homes. I hate to think of children being, because it's being institutionalized basically at an early age. So it'd be my hope and dream that all the orphans had a place to go. But that is true. So any other comments or content anyone want to see? And just wait. I like to know about people. Oh, okay. One organization that I got, she said Yasa Rose Early Learning said I would like to know about people or organizations doing good work that we can support. One organization that I got very close to while in Liberia was Cummings Africa Foundation. And while it's founded by Alex Cummings and his wife, it is non-political, and they account for basically every dollar, and they were the ones who I followed that were doing the medical donations, and they gave the oxygen, the medicines during the COVID time. They do scholarships for college students, people who are basically doing STEM, which is like science and math. Things like that. So I have, and then organizations write to them all the time. Like I've seen that organizations like the smaller NGOs in Liberia will write to them for assistance, and they help. So I'm and they're big into scholarships and things like that. So that's one organization that I know of. I'm not sure of many other. Let's see. I think Henrietta said she's with Christopher on the suggestion about the orphans. That is true. And he was talking about it would be nice to see what we can do to help. That is true. To see how you can change a child's life and then change the outcome of their future, and even change the generations that come after them because you've made a difference in one person's life. That's true. So we've gotten that, we kind of got serious. We were talking about Maya business, but we've started talking. It would be nice if we could start heading into other countries or districts with whatever we can, counties. It'd be nice if we could start heading into other counties or districts with whatever we can do to help. One of the counties, I was supposed to go to Maryland County. Y'all saw that I went to Bomi, I went to Cape Mal, I went to Bomi, Cape Mal, I went to Nimba, I went to Margibi County. I went and I was supposed to go to Maryland County, but that trip didn't happen before I left. Plus, it was raining, and I heard that it's very like treacherous on the road to Maryland. It takes forever. So I didn't get to go to Maryland, but I'm looking forward to it because that's my mother's hometown. She's a Maryland girl, Rocktown girl. So, but one day I'll get to go there. I heard it's really beautiful, but that is true. It'd be nice if we could start heading to other counties. And what would make it better to head to other counties is if the roads were accessible. We have places like Maryland, probably should take you about 4 hours, but takes like 18 hours or 24 hours to get there. So I think if they made the roads better, I think more people will go. Like you could build a house in Maryland and go for the weekend if it only took 3 to 4 hours. And then that's bringing revenue to that county. That's, enriching that county. That's changing the economy. I think the road situation hinders a lot of people. Why am I going to spend 18 hours on the road for my car to get stuck? Yeah, those roads are so tough. I've never been so. Yes, girl, when we went to Nimba, when I say we got stuck in the mud, I mean, you just hitting your head. One woman went to Maryland. She came back. I said, "How you feel?" She said, "Oh, I feel like I got beat up." I was like, "What happened?" She said, "No, just the ride there. just, just the ride there." She felt like her body was beat up. So I think if they fixed that, more people would travel. Hi, oh, we got somebody new, Motherland Moms Crafting. Hi, everyone. Well, hello. Hello. We talked about Mind Your Business Ministry. Basically, that just means in Liberia, if you don't want to be overwhelmed, don't ask too many questions, because if you ask too many questions, basically you almost like required to help. So that is basically Mind Your Business Ministry. If you live in a foreign country, if you live in the US, other places. Oh, we got somebody else. I can't pronounce Cala Genesis Radio. Hello. Let me see. Let me see. Hello. So that's basically the gist of Mind Your Business Ministry. And then I've just been taking suggestions of future live videos because this is my first live video. And like I was telling them, although I've been doing YouTube for a while, I've been kind of nervous. Like this, I mean, this was like, oh, we got another person. Hello, Muna. Hello, Muna. How are you? You lit. Muna is 7:30. I'm just joking. Thank you for joining us. It's so nice. Thank you guys for coming. Now I'm just kind of taking suggestions for future live video. I'm glad that so many people are coming in the room. I wish I could sing or do some. Oh, Muna say I'm so late. Sorry, ma. Oh, that is okay. I'm just joking with you. I'm just happy you're here. I'm just getting to know more people. You should be interviewed on Search for Uhuru. Oh, I know that that's a YouTuber. I'm gonna look him up. He came to Liberia, didn't he? He was the one who what was he the one who ate the tabagi and didn't like it, kinda? I think that's who it is. Search for Uhuru. I'm gonna look that person up. I think that's we're talking about the same person. So I would also like to meet. I think it's Wodi Maya because he goes all over Africa. I would love to talk to him, and he always does positive things, positive videos, and he shows African made things. He shows establishments that are African made in Liberia. Like we would have a hard time doing that because everything is basically like owned or leased for 300 years by foreigners. Oh, Caligenesis. Sis Julia said Caligenesis would be a nice person to meet. Okay. Okay, no, Uhuru came in 2020 and interviewed Janine Cooper. And is she the Ministry of Agriculture or some? Is she? Am I thinking about the right woman? Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Mother of all. Hi, Mother of all. Thank you for joining us. We talked about mind your business ministry. Basically, you just got to mind your business in Liberia. Don't get caught up in people's business. Otherwise, you're going to have to help. Oh, okay. He said, Collagenesis says, yes, Jeannie Cooper is the agriculture minister. I'm going to look that up on YouTube then. But I still think I know the person or the face of who I need to look up. So, all right. So I'm still waiting on more suggestions for more live videos. It doesn't have to always be heavy. It can be lighthearted. Um, it can be lighthearted. It can be fun. It can be serious. Um, you know, so it doesn't always have to be so serious. We'll probably wrap it. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. No, mother of all says she's sorry she's late. No need to be sorry, girl. No need to be sorry. You are the mother of us all. So we accept your apology. On a side note though, you know what? Are we Yes, I don't know when I don't have my return ticket for Liberia, but Jacob Clinic has become like my baby project. So I still have supplies to give them. So if anyone wants to contribute, you can email me and I will accept anything. They deliver a lot of babies. They deliver about 100 babies plus in a year. When I go there, somebody's in labor. So Jacob Clinic is always a place that is near and dear to me. That was one of my first neighborhood clinics that I visited in Liberia, and that has stuck with me. What I saw, the lack of what I saw, but how well they were doing with such lack. I never got over that. And so they're always going to be like my baby clinic. I'm always going to have a place in my heart. So if anyone wants to help with the Jacob Clinic, I have about 3 videos, Jacob Clinic, you can just search them, and three videos of visiting, donating medical supplies. So if you want to, you can email me at shespeaks2@yahoo.com. They're always going to be like my clinic. If I could like transform that clinic, put them in a new building, everything, I definitely would do that. What is in my from my lips to God's ears. So yeah. Yeah, We can talk about you can talk, Christopher said we can talk about the roads. Can we discuss the infrastructure, how the war destroyed it, and how Liberians are trying to rebuild? No, I don't think that's political at all. Because I don't think that's too political. No. And when I say political, I mean like the current politics that's going on. I try to stray far, far away from there because there's so many repercussions about getting involved. Oh, look at this. We got Ricky and Evelyn Shepherd, Bainbridge, Georgia, checking in for the first time. Welcome. So happy to have you guys. We're up to like 17 people and I only wanted 10. So I'm really happy. Ricky, we were just talking about, the video was about Mind Your Business Ministries. And so I've said this several times for you guys who have been on since the beginning. It's just basically when you go to Liberia, mind your business. If you're not able to help everybody, mind your business. Don't ask questions. If you see somebody sitting down, they're saying, and the person like this, life. Me, I would walk up to and be like, what about life? What about life? What's going on? And they'd be like, the school fee, man, they come put my child out of school. I don't know what to do. I just waiting for somebody with good heart to help me. And so it's like you're backed in a corner and then you do that a lot, 3 or 4 times, you're going to be broke. So you got to learn to mind your business. It's called Mind Your Business Ministry. If you guys want to be a part of the ministry, it's free. God willing, you just join and you learn to mind your business. You see somebody walking around with a muff front up. Me, I'm like, what happened? Sarah, why you frowning like that? What's going on? Ma, they come and pull us up. And the rent is due. They come and pull us up. Me and my baby, everybody. Why did you ask Sarah? You are you about to help Sarah? So I had to learn to mind my business. So that is the gist of Mind Your Business Ministry. Calagenesis, I hope I'm saying this right, says, don't end too soon. And then Yasa Rose said, my mom said Liberians are so good at making you feel bad. So that is true. It's like do it. So Muna said she needed Muna join it. Even in America, join the ministry. You don't wherever you are, Liberia, America, UK, Australia, wherever we are, we have to learn to join the ministry. And that's true. Yasa Rose said, my mom said Liberians are so good at making you feel bad. So you have to. That's true to be like, the way I'm suffering. I just waiting on somebody to help me before I starve. No food to the heart. Then Liberian project got bad, had a wicked. I just waiting for somebody, one angel that God sent. I just waiting for that person with good heart to show me that God is there. Then they look at you. What can you do after that? What can you do after that? So I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Yep, I learned my lesson. One angel, one angel indeed. One angel. Have a show about how us, the diasporas, could invest in business that would help in providing jobs or organizations we could set up. That's true. And then Calagenesis Radio said, yep, LOL. That is true. After this video, I'm gonna write down all of these things, do my research, and then we can have a live. I love this interactive part of the live chat. It says yes, and people will get. Christopher says yes, and people will get mad when you can't help them. They forget about the thousands you have given, and you get nothing in return but a goblet. That is true. That is true. So another thing, this is what Liberians do anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be just anywhere. You can give a person a ride. How is there power in Liberia? Yes. Tim Black, let me answer this before I go back to Christopher. Tim Black, yes, there are power outages. Like where we live in Painesville, we can have power good for 1 week. And when I say good for 1 week, let's say it goes off in the morning from like 10 to 3, it comes back. We can have it for 1 week. And then all of a sudden it can be gone for 2 weeks. And then there's always a neighborhood person in the community that will communicate with LEC. They'll come back and say, oh yeah, my transformer blew. So we collecting $5. And it's like, why am I collecting we pay the LEC bill. Why do we have to collect $5 per neighborhood person in order to give it to the LEC people to come fix it? Yes. Okay. So let me answer Christopher's stuff. People will get mad. You can give somebody in America, in anywhere, Liberian person, a ride 30 times. And then that one day you say, I'm not feeling well, and I just want to rest today. I can't give you a ride. You'll call somebody. Can you believe that wedding? I call her for a ride and she can't give me a ride. I used to babysit her daughter. Her daughter is 18. When her daughter was 2, I babysat her daughter for 2 weeks. Can you believe how wicked she is? So that's, you just don't do something one time. That's just our Liberian. I think it's an African nature. So anyway, Yasa Rose said, I like what Mother of All said. I'm going to be opening a business in Liberia next year, and it's a learning curve. Yes. um it's a learning curve. You have to register your business. I would like more information on that process too when you're doing it, because I think that is, hope maybe you can do some videos for us to show us what that process is. It's a daunting process, and that keeps a lot of um it keeps a lot of us from doing it because we don't know where to start. A lot of times you call the phone numbers in Liberia, nobody answers. When they answer, it's so, we want, so if you have an edge or you have an in and you can show us how hard it is, or how easy it is, maybe you can do a video. Yasa Rose, we look into you, Oma. We look into you. We look into you. So um Kala Genesis Radio says it's not an African thing. It's a black thing. You know what? There are some universal things that black people have in common, regardless of wherever we are. Black people, we hear noise, we run the opposite way. White people, and I'm not trying to be racist, European people run and be like, "What happened? What's going on?" We run the opposite way. Black people, our phone ring, we don't recognize the number. We're like, who's that calling me? I don't know. Yeah, I don't want no trouble today. I'm not answering. White people be like, this is Becky. Who's this? They get up. This is Becky Johnson. Who's this? They get their full name, everything. So we do have some universal truths about Black people. I'm missing some comments. Okay. Discuss how we can encourage. This is from Christopher. Discuss about how we can help or encourage students and professionals to work or donate their professional skills to Liberia, perhaps internship. That is a good one too. Like how colleges have internships. What if we send students here and students went there? We can't help but to learn from each other. We do things differently. Every place has a culture. There's a culture in the US, there's a culture in Liberia. We can't help but to give the best of what we have to each other. That that's a good thing. Oh, okay. Let me see. Blessed bar soap. That's Africa as a whole when you're not able to offer them help. That's true. That's true. And I like your name, Blessed Bar Soap. Please tell me how you came up with that name. Do you make soap? Is it so blessed? Tell me, please put in the comments, Blessed Bar Soap, how you came up with that name. I'm very interested. And Mother of All is telling Yasa, congrats. Yes, Yasa Rose said, in those kind of things, that is true. We mind our business as a collective. We sure do. We sure do. We run the opposite. We hear a loud noise right now. We're running. All of us, collectively. Black people this way, white people that way. And it's been like that since I could remember. It's been like that even before we experienced the war. So so I have LOA. Our mindset is the number one thing holding us back. Yes, that is true. And you know what I also noticed in Liberia is that because of what we have been through in Liberia, I don't think that sometimes I don't, this is my opinion. And I think sometimes when you have a difference of opinion, especially talking about Liberian people, it just rubs people the wrong way. And I don't understand. It's okay for you not to agree, but you don't have to say, why you always criticizing Liberia. But I do feel sometimes because of in the war too, the war, what's going on, the economy, I don't feel like people even know what they deserve. I don't feel like Liberian people know that I deserve so much more than this. I deserve for my child. not to have to sell in the middle of the street on the road. I deserve to be in a place where there are not haves and have nots, where that division, and there's have and have nots in every economy, every country, but that divide is not so deep. That I don't think that they know. So there has to be a collective change in the mindset. That is so good. Who said that? Motherland Moms Crafting said that. That is so true. Andrew Jossaway said hi. Jossaway, I like that last name. And I like the first name, Andrew. I really like your name. Okay. Oh, that would be a great topic. Current mindset and what changes need to be happened. Maybe this is from Yasa Rose. Maybe actionable things people can do in Liberia to change their mindset. I thought about that, but where do you start? I tried to start in my home with the staff that we have because we have a maid. She's a maid slash live in. She helps with my daughter Sienna, and then we have two security. Then we had a driver. I try to I try to help to, not that my mindset is better, but I tried to start. It said charity begins at home, so I tried to start at home and to kind of open their minds up to different things. Like I would show my the girl that lives there, my maid, the live-in. I would kind of show her my life in America. Not that it's better, but show her like this is the possibility. Um, just kind of try to open their mind. The guy who was driving for me, he's actually got his visa and he will be here. He's supposed to be leaving the day after Christmas. I was so happy when he told me he had applied for this it was the lottery. He had applied for this like a year ago, but because the embassy was doing the stuff with COVID. He finally got it and he's supposed to be here. I gave him my number and his plan is he had I looked at him, I said, yeah, the boy is thinking. His plan was to get his papers or to join the US military because sometimes due to shortages, they will often facilitate you getting your papers. And so he had a plan and I gave him my number. I said, if you need any help, call me. And I told him that the public library is a place where he can get free internet. Nobody needs a charge. Just find a public library, get on the bus, go there, start doing your applications, doing everything you need to. But I told him to call me. So he's coming here. I was happy about that. I was so happy about that. Okay, let me see. I'm missing some comments. Okay, Tim Black said in a lot of African countries, the businesses are owned by Lebanese or Indians. Is that true to Liberia? In Liberia, yes. Anybody who been to Liberia, put your hand up. That the grocery stores, the shopping malls, Zara, City Point, Center Point, whatever it's called. What's the big one that everyone, Orca? We are the cash people at the cash register. What other grocery store? Harbell, Exclusive. We do not own them as Liberians. Even a lot of the restaurants that we frequent, Royal Hotel, that we don't own them. But my mom said when you go to Nigeria, it's the opposite. The Nigerians own their land, and that's why they don't let anyone come there. And I've never been to Nigeria. This is just from my mom telling. She said you go to the grocery store, it's owned by a Nigerian. How is it that we became the second to a foreigner? We need these businesses. I'm not saying we don't need these businesses, but how is it that we became second? So yes, in Liberia, it's foreign owned. Even the Labasa that we all love to go swimming with Tipisha, it's not owned by us. It's foreign owned. Okay. Let me see. There are many Liberians who own good business. That is true. We have growth, but I'm talking about the major grocery stores. The major grocery stores that we go to are foreign owned. If you know a big grocery store, and there are some hotels and some guest houses owned by Liberians, but the major grocery stores, the major shopping malls are not Liberian owned. I mean, the like Libasa is not Liberian owned. So we do have some businesses, don't get me wrong, we do, but the ones that we spend a lot of our money in, grocery shopping, buying clothes, they're not owned by us. Unless you can give me some names, then I'll I can tell you. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Remember, I asked Blessed Bar Soap to tell me how they came up with that name. They said, yes, I started soap making business few months ago. My first time on your channel. Keep up the good work, sis. Oh, okay. If you have a website, please let me know so I can shout it out. I don't mind shouting it. And Tim Black put a crying emoji, I guess, because I was talking about the fact that the grocery stores and all the places they're not Liberian owned. That's the truth. I mean, D Calabash is a restaurant, and I met Yasa Rose that we ate good. I had pasta. I can't remember what she ate. She had drinks and we had fun. And we talked and laughed. But that's Liberian owned, and it's a nice place. It's on the water. So there are some places, but places that I have to go to frequently, like the grocery store 3 to 4 times, I don't always want to see a Liberian cash person at the cash register with a foreigner standing over them to make sure they don't steal money, because it looks like that's what is going on. So yes. And then Blessed Bar Soap said it is true. She is from Nigeria. Oh, I got a Nigerian. Oh yeah, I got a foreigner. So I'm opening up the market. But she said yes. So I'm thinking that she's saying yes, in Nigeria, those businesses are owned by Nigerians. And another thing is Nigerians, what I noticed, because as a nurse, I work with a lot of Nigerian nurses, they are not intimidated by any, they're not intimidated. They come in this country and they're already, this is my impression. Like Liberians come here, be like, yeah, man, yeah, I come in land, Nigerians come in, they're like, now what? Yeah. Like Nigerians, they're aggressive. Even the way they order food at the drive-through. Yeah, give me this. That's what I want. They're aggressive. And so we need to be more aggressive. Anyway, so let's see. What am I missing? I saw the Indians and Asians were rude to Liberia, but why does the foreigner own the mall? I don't know. I don't know why they own those places. Historically, I really don't know why it came to that. I know they're good merchants, and they're not just in Liberia, they're all over Africa, but they seem to dominate Liberia. That's why I believe, mother of all said, that's why I believe that diaspora needs to invest in the country for us to own these businesses. So true. I'm not trying to make anyone lose business, but I would like to see more of us. If I'm going to spend my money 3 or 4 times a week, which is, sometimes you can go to the grocery store that much, I want to be paying my fellow Liberian. I want to be putting money in their pocket. I want to be putting money in their pocket where they can build homes, they can send their children to school, their children have access to good medical care. If I'm going to do it, I want to give it to my fellow Liberian. That's being patriotic. That's what I want to do. Love Calabash. Yes, I like deep Calabash too. Yep. Yasa Rose said, yes, we did. I'm looking to supporting more Liberian-owned business. I think that kind of like how I do in America, where I've made it a conscious effort to where everyone is like, support Black business. And so now, and there was a stigma attached to Black business in America where everyone was like, you don't get good service, why they act so ghetto, they don't have good customer service and never do this. So there was a stigma attached to it, but I think Black businesses have risen above that. And so I made it a conscious effort to put my money in Black business here. And so when I go to Liberia, I was kind of, Johnny just come to Liberia, new, fresh off the boat. So I just went wherever I felt. And I think Pinkberry franchise is managed by a Liberian. That I saw a video, and I think so. So, but now that I'm not JJC anymore, when I go to Liberia, I'm going to make it a point to support people that support me. There was a restaurant that I went to in Liberia. It's called the Creamery. It's off of Tubman Boulevard. I thought Creamery, it's owned by foreigners. My husband and I went there, and there was a foreigner, like I think they were Middle Eastern. There were a group of Middle Eastern people in front of us. They took their order, they chatted it up. They chatted it up for like 20 minutes while we're just waiting in line for them to serve these people and serve us. They were like giving them samples, doing this. Time to serve us, they had a Liberian worker come to us to tell us that tell him what we want, we need to pay first, then they would serve us. I left. Me and we left and we have never been back. And believe me, I mean, I don't wish any business fails, but you're not going to be racist to me in my own country. So I don't want to put people on the street and make them homeless, but at the same time, you're not going to disrespect me in my own country. The same care that you took with your own people, you spoke the language, you should have taken it with me. Anyway, let me read the comments. That's true. Mother of All said it doesn't have to be owned by one person. We can contribute and work with other Liberians. And they do that in New York. What is it called? Cooperative, where it's a business owned by, like in these apartment buildings where they own certain things as a collective. That is true. If anyone knows what that's called or can explain it better, please put that in the comment. But that's what she's saying, and that's true. But the thing about Liberian people, we like to fuss. Like we really would have to change our. We like to fuss. So he put his money there. Yeah, do I? We like to fuss. We need to be able to get along and respect each other. Can we do it? Can we prove that we can do it without fighting? I don't even want her to put her money there. I don't want her to join the group. I don't like her. Why? I just don't like her. I just don't. She don't rub my spirit right. How many times have you heard that from an auntie or somebody talking about another woman? I just don't like her. Something about her just made my skin crawl. I don't want to do business. So we have to change that. Money is money. Business is business. I can like you as long as we're ethical. We do the right thing. Now, I don't have to actually, our personalities don't have to match. But like, I don't like her, man. I don't like her, man. She too. I know. We got to get past that. Okay. Motherland Moms Crafting said the reality is that Liberians just recently started embracing the idea of making business. Yes, thank you. We were taught to go to school and get an education and get a job. Yeah, even doing YouTube at my big age, at my big age, me doing YouTube is like sometimes I'm like, am I too old to be doing YouTube? But then I'm like, no, I mean, I have to get rid of that mindset because anything, it's like we have to fit in this box. Anything that we do that is different is like, what's she doing? What you doing on YouTube? You might not record me or that foolishness you're doing. And I enjoy this. Like when I do a video, I get off. If I'm having a bad day, it actually makes me feel good. So we really have to get out of this. I did everything right. I came here. I didn't join a gang. I didn't join a gang. Don't have a criminal anything. I went to college. I graduated. I got a good degree. So so we have to get out of that mindset. That is the only route. Even if you've done those things, like Yasa Rose she's been a teacher for many years. She is going to give back and try to open. She saw what could be done, what could be fixed in education, and she wants to apply that to her country. So that is thinking out of the box. That takes a lot of bravery. So we have to get out of the mindset that you just have to, like Liberians, I think we're just so happy to escape Liberia. We come to America, we get a job, we want to work, we want to retire, visit Liberia every 2 years, go ball, maybe build a house. But then we don't want to think outside of the box. So that is a good point. Who said that? Yes, Motherland Moms Crafting said that. Okay, let me see. Yasa Rose said, I feel part of the issue is the economy relies a lot on help from abroad. It does something mentally in a collective. Yes, it does. If you know that, okay, if you don't have your rent or your mortgage here in America, you're scrambling to figure out how it's going to be made. There is no phone call to be made to anybody else, unless you just have a rich auntie. And I hope to be that rich auntie one day. But unless you have a rich auntie, there's no phone calls to be made to anyone else. So, but in Liberia, everyone has a relative that they can call that if let's say it's $50, they can at least get $10, $25 from the other person. That's 35 right there, maybe 15 from another. That's the 50 right there. And rent sometimes is that cheap. So it does. If I have a crutch to fall on, it makes things easier. But what I can say is you can work as hard as you want. You can wake up as a market woman every morning in Liberia, wake up as a street seller every morning in Liberia, and still never in your lifetime get ahead. The reality. So I can sometimes I understand it. It's like, why even fight harder? It's never going to take me out of poverty. It's never going to improve my life significantly. I'll get food to eat for today. I might be able to pay my children's tuition. So what is the urge to push me? I can go to college, but what will my degree do if there's not a job? What's the reason to push me? So I can see it both ways. There's hopelessness there that we have to that Liberia has needs to be infused with hope. There's hope. There's a sense of hopelessness. I can do the best that I can, and it still may not amount to anything. In other countries, in America, you can come, you can scrape. All of us in different foreign countries maybe left after the war, and our parents left with nothing, our relatives left with nothing. They scraped, they scratched, they did all that they could, and look at the lives that they built because it's possible. But if you're in a country where you can scrape, scratch, all of that, and it amounts to nothing, what is really your push? So I can understand that we need our people in Liberia need to be infused with hope. They need a reason to hope, and they need hope that is like tangible. They can grab on. So anyway, that's just my little speech. Let me see what I missed. Let me see. Somebody said mother of all. Agree with motherland moms. And Mike V said it's called a co-op. Thank you. Somebody, Mike V. Okay. He said co-ops are the fastest growing businesses on the continent during the pandemic. Oh wow. That's someone and one of the mothers, it was Motherland Crafty, a mother of all. One of y'all, it's a lot of mothers on here. One of y'all said that it doesn't have to be owned by one person. And this man, Mike V, is telling us that it's called a co-op. I'm gonna look that up and see exactly what that means, but I know that it's people collectively doing something together. Thank you so much. And he said that they're the fastest growing businesses on the continent during the pandemic. Wowzers. We need to look into that because we need to look into that. Caligenesis Radio said, yep. Okay. Christopher. Oh, yeah. Christopher, still y'all word me. Christopher, I thought you left because I hadn't seen you in a long time. He says, I have no problem making non-Africans, blacks. I'm sorry. Oh, gosh. Christopher, you hardcore. You hardcore, Christopher. He said, he said, I have no problem. I'm going to read it in what I think how he meant it. He said, I have no problem making non-Africans, non-blacks, homeless. They have no problem for thousands of years mistreating us. So Christopher said that when I said that, of course, I don't want anyone to be homeless or out of a job. He said he has no problem. And I could feel you, my brother. I could feel you. He said he has no problem. That's true. That's true. That's true. Especially you're going to be racist to me in my own country. Like in a country that everyone looks like me, and then you want to be the 10% and then want to treat me, and I'm coming to your business to pour into your business. That's true. That's true. That my soft heart. That my soft heart. Caligenesis Radio sound like my fiance. I don't even know why I was saying. Sis Julia B said, I am in agreement with the motherland that Liberians are not just embracing the I. That is true. It's because we have been, I gotta read Mike B comment. But it's because we've been brainwashed to be good children. Go to school, learn, don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble means don't get pregnant, don't go to jail, get a good job and stay there. And we for some reason Nigerians are so business minded. Anywhere they go, Nigerians go there like I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna do this business. So that's anywhere Nigerians go, they're so business minded. So we have to think a lot and they're dominant people. I mean, I work with Nigerian doctors and Nigerian nurses. Those people are dominant. They make you kind of be like, oh, yes, sir. Bless Bar. So my husband is a Liberian, and we just established a small construction and logistics business recently in Boys Town. I will be heading to Liberia in 2 months to check on the business. Oh, please keep us posted. Bless Bar Soap. Okay. Christopher said my voice is cracking him. My voice is cracking up. Yasa Rose. Let me just tell you, there were like 3 or 4 y'all who have been on since the very beginning. Then it kind of kept going, and y'all are still here. I'm so happy. I just feel like I'm talking to my friends, and we were supposed to be talking about just minding your business. I see how that mean we smart. We thinking people. We not just here to laugh, kiki. We thinking people. Liberians, we smart. Look how this is veered onto what we can do to. This is bigger than us. This is veered onto what we can do to make Liberia better. Yasa Rose said, not just get along, but be transparent and allow business to be business. Lay out everyone's role and expected contribution. It's all spelled out in the operating agreement. Girl, you spoke a word right there. You done spoke a word right there. Not just get along, but be transparent. Transparency in Liberia, no contract. But I'm a cousin, I'm a auntie. It's like in 2 weeks, y'all are gonna be fighting about this very contract that y'all didn't want to sign. Clear roles in America. Everything that is done is like there's a SOP, standard operating procedure, clear roles, clear definition. You don't get to float and be so and so. You don't get to do this. Everyone has a definitive role. A lot of things in life would be better if we followed the roles that we were assigned and they were clear and defined. So good. Yes, sir. That's our rules. Thank you. Christopher Bazin said, I think African diaspora will have to finance the economy. It would lessen the burden on the government. It would lessen the burden on the government. You just want me to say something, but I'm not going to say nothing. The government is boiling. They're boiling. They're boiling right now. But you want me to say something? I will not say it. But he said China and other Eastern or European countries did that. Okay. We will lessen the government burden, okay? I would just leave it like that. She said, yes, hope and future planning. Yasa Rose. My grandmother was uneducated market woman, but her daughter has a PhD in business. Things can change. Let me just tell y'all about a market woman. My grandmother was a market woman. She used to do, I think they call it susu in the neighborhood where everybody paid like maybe, I'm just going to make up, back in the day, it was like 19 woo. So maybe you paid $15, 15, then 1 month you eat, the next person eat. My grandma she came from Maryland, was not educated. She said that, and she says this, she says she looked at her life and other people's life, and that was back when education was top notch in Liberia. She said she thought to herself, the difference between me and them is education. So she said it will stop right here. All her children are college graduates. My mom has her PhD in accounting. This is a market woman's daughter. My aunt has her PhD in pharmacy. My other aunt has a double degree. She has her bachelor's in like chemistry or something like that. And then she has an associate's in nursing. My other aunt has her master's in pharmacy. That was back. A lot of the pharmacy programs are PhD, but that was back when it didn't have to be. So she has her master's in pharmacy. And my uncle has his master's in engineering. These are market women. This is a market woman cheering. We had one uncle, he was killed during the war. Peace be to his ashes, but he was killed. But this is a market woman cheering. I'm a product of a grandmother who was a market woman. She said she looked at her children and she said I'm seeing the difference between them and these children. She sold, she did susu. She said a Ghanaian woman taught her how to sew. She did whatever she could. And she sent her children to CWA, Convent, B.W. Harris, and those were the top schools back then. So it's possible with a vision, but now there's just a sense of hopelessness. I don't see the market woman in Liberia thinking that way right now because there's just a sense of hopelessness. So anyway, let me get off my soapbox. If we can do susu, we should be able to form a co-op. Girl, you dropping pearls right here. You you dropping pearls right here. Maybe we need to do a draft and start. Maybe we need to. Maybe we need to open an account and start. Mike V said, I hope to see you in February at the African Tech Summit 2022. Um, Mike V, please, can you email me information about that to she speaks to at yahoo.com? I've never even heard of that. So I'm very interested. God willing, what if I can be there? Please give me more information. Caligenesis about not liking other females. That's true. That's true. And Mother of All is asking Yasa Rose, is she starting an early learning center in Liberia? I mean, that was the last thing me and her talk about. Maybe I'm putting her business out there. Maybe she's starting a whole different business. So I don't know. Miss Gemsley said, hi, she speaks to. Hello, Miss Gemsley. Bless Bar Soap said, parents need to start teaching their children about entrepreneurship at an early age. That's the only way we can take control of the economy. Yes, you can still get a business degree. You can still get all these, you can still go to school, do all these things, but it's possible that you don't have to work for someone else. I didn't know that for a very long time. I didn't even know that I didn't think outside. I have to be honest. I was not one of those people that thought outside of the box. I was very predictable in what I did. After you graduate from college, you get married, then you have a kid, you do this. I was very predictable. And I was quote unquote the good girl, did everything right. So now I would just be bad. I would just be a bad girl. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yasa answered. Thank God I wasn't telling your business, sis. Like I just really be talking. She said, Yasa, this is Yasa Rose, who is an early child education person. She said, Mother of All, yes, I'm working on that as well as providing teacher training in a literacy program for kindergarten and first grade. So she is going to change the way we learn in Liberia, how your children learn. If you didn't learn it in kindergarten, if you didn't learn it in first grade, you finish. So I feel like that is the foundation. That is the foundation. So if she comes and revolutionizes how we learn and how we teach, that is just the beginning. And then she's going to train teachers to teach that way. And it's a proven way of learning that she's had so many years of experience. Girl, you better get on. So yes. And look at this. Mother of All said, I'm a qualified early childhood educator. That one thing I'm passionate about. Yes, ma'am. She said, that is wonderful. We should connect. We should all connect. Ain't nobody going to be side friends. We all going to be friends. We all going to connect. I'm a nurse, but I'm going to learn too. I'm going to learn about early childhood education. No friends. We all will be friends. All of us. All three of us. Nobody can be side friends. We all going to we all going to be friends. So you connect with her, you connect with me. So that's how it's going to be. Y'all met on my page, right? So all of us will connect. I have a funny Susu's work. Yes, they do. I have a funny story. We all friends. That's what I said. I'm so tired of working for other people on nursing floor and making these company rich. It's time for yes. So nursing, right? How do these nurses open? Am I lazy? How do these nurses open up facilities? Like, okay, and it's mostly Nigerian nurses. Like they just be like, I'm not going to be working anymore. I'm opening my own facility. I'm going to have 5 beds and it's going to be an assisted living facility and blah, 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 blah. And you're looking at her like, girl, where you get the money? How you do this? And you just look. So am I lazy? How come I don't know how to do that? How did an average nurse like me do that? Because I feel Quintina Duar, I think that's how you say it. I'm just like you. I'm tired of clocking in for you. Somebody has to do the work. So I'm not knocking people that clock in, but I'm tired of clocking in. I've paid my dues. So yeah. Oh, she said, you'll have to tell me about this. That's what I want to know. She said that she's opening a group home pretty soon. That's what, yeah. How do people do it? How do they just wake up and say, I'm opening, I tell you with nursing, I'm not going to work for them. I'm opening my group home. Then you go to the group home because I used to do hospice. I used to do home health. You go to the group home and it's like a nice house with like 4 or 5 bedrooms, bathroom. They have a middle section where it's like the activity center. And it's actually just a home that they brought to code where it has the right fire extinguishers, they have this. And it's like, how did you do this? It's possible. Most nurses are predictable. If you don't know how to run a business and you're older, just create a way we can finance the people on the ground. Locals, they know what will work. That's true. That's true. Yes, most nurses are predictable. That's true. Nurses, we don't necessarily have the business mind to know how things work. So that's true. Mike V said they get grants for non governmental organizations like UNICEF and Bill and Melinda Gates. They are the largest donor on the continent. Yes, that's true. I've heard about all that Bill and Melinda Gates do. I've heard about it with the HIV research, medical help, science and technology, and stuff like that. So I've heard about it. I just need to look it up and see. I just need to get started, I guess. You get kind of discouraged, you get stuck in a rut. And if you didn't see my video about why I left Liberia, let me just talk about that very briefly. Those were my feelings, and they were valid, and they were a woman who had been in Liberia for about a year and a half. A lot of people took that as I was discouraging people from moving to Liberia, but I was sharing true feelings. And I want to talk about, let me just say this about mental health. Those same people that I got a lot of criticism, a lot of people were like, shame on you. How dare you say this and this? And I feel like those are the same people where if their child came to them and said, Mommy, Daddy, I'm depressed. Depressed? You better wake up and go to work talking about depression. You're not counting the people country, you know about depression. And it's like, that's a serious thing. That's a serious thing. So yeah, I got a lot of I got 80% positivity and then 20% backlash, but that backlash can sting. Like people are like, look at her, like you spit. One man said you sitting there spitting out reasons not to go to Liberia. You should be ashamed of yourself. And all I did was share my experience, my feelings. And like I said, I found out a lot of people that criticized me were people who hadn't been to Liberia in forever, who hadn't touched on the soil, who weren't doing anything positive, but they just have this romanticized version of Liberia back when they were there during Gigi Rawa's time. And if you don't know who Gigi Rawa is, he was the first president of Liberia back in 18 woo woo. Okay. Yasa Rose said there is funding available. Look for NGOs that support health if you're looking in Liberia. If in the US, they're funding the government contracts for women and minority owned businesses. Okay, I'm going to look at that. Look at NGOs that support health if you're looking in Liberia. And let me see what I can do. But I think in order for them to support me, wouldn't I have to have a registered business? Like NGO that's registered. I guess I would have to have an NGO that's registered in order for them to give me money, because they have to make sure that they're giving it to, I guess that would be the first step. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that would probably be the first step. We have a program here in Durham, North Carolina, where you can start your adult home care. Interesting. Can you email me that program? She speaks to at yahoo.com. You don't have to give me, I can do my own research, but if you can at least email me the name of it, or you can even put the website here and I can check it out. That's true. Yeah, look at my sister. She giving me very good encouragement and advice. She said, girl, let me read it like how she's encouraging me. Girl, don't say you don't have the business mind. It's a skill. If you can learn how to save lives, you can run a business. Is that not some encouragement from one Black sister to another? That is some encouragement. Thank you. Because, like I said, we put ourselves in a box. I don't know how to do business. I don't know how to do this. And it's like, no, other people do it. So if they can do it, you can do it. Quintina Duar said, it's easy. First, take a course on how to run a group home. Then fill out the necessary paperwork with your state. Next, network with nursing homes and doctor's office to get referrals for clients. Well, girl, okay. You're going to have to tell me how this is going to go. This is going to be interesting. And then Mike V said, I'm just minding your business. Don't mind. He said, I'm just minding your business. Don't mind me. Yes, this video turned out to be a really good one. What time is, oh my God. Okay, so it's 8:20. Maybe we'll wrap up at 8:30. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. Can you believe that? We were on, I thought this was only going to be 30 minutes, but I'm really enjoying this interactive thing. Oh, Queen Quintina Duarte said, I have been a psych nurse for 14 years. Girl, I was a psych nurse for a year and a half. The, the stories I can tell you, I was a psych nurse for a year and a half and I did nights. And you know, the freaks come out at night. I don't know how you could do it for 14 years. My hat is off to you, sis. Psych nursing. Let me tell you, psych nursing, you begin to question your own perception of reality when you do psych nursing. So here comes Sienna, my daughter. I've already told her, don't come here, but I can hear a little person. You got to pause that and close the door. Give me about 10 more minutes. Look at your face. Okay, psych nursing, my hat's off to you first of all. She said mental health is serious, a serious diagnosis. I think you made the right decision. Take care of your mind. Thank you. And I'm very sensitive to my own mental health. I'm very sensitive to how I feel and what makes me feel good, what makes me feel bad. I'm not saying that everything needs, let me uncross my legs before I get varicose veins, or at least switch over. So I'm very sensitive to what makes me feel good, what makes me feel bad. I've always been not the new age Liberian, but I believe that mental health is serious. I believe that a lot of us have a lot of trauma that is unspoken, because let's say you grew up with your auntie who treated you bad. It's like you couldn't even write I'm afraid to even write a book, because so many people would be like, why they get you exposing us like that for? What you doing? So let's say you even live with an aunt or someone who did you bad. Like when you grow up, it's like you can't even speak about it, because if you did, you're ungrateful, you disrespected your aunt and this and this and this. So I feel like we are suppressed. And I'm the type where I would like for us to talk more about issues and air them out, because secrets make you sicker. Anyway, that's my own thing. But Quintina Duar, my hat goes off to you for being a psych nurse. Psych nursing is not easy. It's not easy at all. I did it for a year and a half. So my hat goes out to you. I was there in Miss Jim Slade says she was there in Gigi Rawa's time. Girl, were you? She said, oh, Julia B said that is beautiful encouragement. Quintina Dora said, I'll email you as I go through the process. Thank you so much. It'd be nice to see an actual nurse who's doing it. All the other people that did it were Nigerians. I didn't know them that well. And sometimes they were kind of like protective of their information. Oh, Owens Grove said, tell your daughter Auntie D said hi. I wonder if this is the D that I know that I need to call. I wonder. I wonder which I need to call, because I've been like busy doing Christmas shopping, all kind of other stuff. So I wonder if this is an entity. Blessed Bar Soap says, you're doing a great job, sis. Keep it up. Love you. Thank you. Oh, Yasa Rose said, yes, secret makes you sicker. That should be a tagline. It's true. Secrets make you sicker. Miss Jim Slade says, it seems that long since she's been in Liberia. How long has it been, Miss Jim Slade, since you've been in Liberia? If you don't mind me asking. So anyway, it's 8:25. We're going to be wrapping it up at 8:30. I cannot believe that like a lot of y'all stayed on this long. And we have just been talking. Quintina says, don't worry, I will share everything with you. My sister runs 3 group homes in Baltimore. Wow. That is amazing. So is your sister an RN too, or is she just business minded and hires the medical staff? I'm interested to know, because I know you can do it both ways. Some people are not in the medical field, but they're business minded. So, oh, Miss Jem says she's not been in Liberia for over 30 years. The first time I went to Liberia, I hadn't been there over 30 years since the war. And it was beautiful. That was in 2014. And I took my son And he was 5 at the time, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. But then again, it was only 2 weeks. I mean, you go there, you have a nice home, you have air condition, you have a driver, you don't pay too much. You're just so happy to be touching down on Liberian soil. You don't pay too much. You see a little bit, but you don't pay too much because you're just so happy to be eating pompa that didn't come from the can, and cassava leaf that not frozen. So you're just so happy. And then it's like when you come back and stay longer, and then that's when your eyes are open to more things. Oh, this was excellent. Yasa Rose said, this was excellent. You have done a great job in creating the community here, sis. Thank you, guys. I thought this was going to be an epic fail, and I thought I would have to delete this video because nobody was there. In the beginning, it was a little like, you know what, touch and go, but I'm glad that I stayed on. And Quintina Duar said that her sister has a DNP in nursing, and I think that's a doctorate doctorate of nurse practitioner. That's a big deal. So she not only has her doctorate, but she also runs her own facility. You can't go wrong with that. Miss Jim said, I know it will be a nice experience. Yes, visiting there is different from staying. Yes, I encourage anyone to visit before they make that decision, even before you visit more than once too. Motherland Moms Crafting said, I am watching and sewing, so I'm enjoying hanging out with y'all. This was such a good thing to do. It turned into something else. Like, I really enjoyed it. I have so many things to write down about future topics. And then maybe I'll do it once a month. I don't want to oversaturate it where you guys are like, here she comes, she's coming to do another live. We just coming look out all day. So I don't want it to be like that, but I want it maybe once a month or so. I mean, the co-op thing, the susu thing, there are so many things we can, like, basically we want to go and take over Liberian land. So that is that what I heard, that we're going to storm the shores of Liberia and take over our grocery store, take over our land, and make some people homeless, and we don't care? Is that what I heard? Is that what I heard? So yeah, so basically everyone wants to make Liberia a better place, for not just for them so they can enjoy, but the people that actually live there. And we agree that there has to be a collective change in the mindset of all Liberians. So, and we also talked about the fact that us giving so much to Liberia maybe has contributed to this form of dependency that isn't healthy. Okay. Blessed Bar Soap said yes. Julia B said yes. Mother of All said yes, girl. So I guess we are going to close now. Anyone have anything they want to say or share? We got 2 minutes, and then we're going to close. And I guess all you guys are honored. Quintina Duarte said yes. So I'm happy. Sarah said, I hope you. This co-worker. I knew her before. My son is 13, and we worked at the same surgical hospital. And before my son was born, back when I was a frisky nurse, new nurse, and I was fine. Oh, I was fine. Fine, no pimples. Sarah Hill, she said, I hope you decide to do a live more often. I've been listening to the conversations just in the background. I didn't feel as I could add to the conversation. I still want to support you. She's American, and I think she is, Sarah, correct me, but she's of Latino or Spanish background, and she just wanted to support me. It'd be the strangers that be supporting you more than your own family. So she came, and she said she didn't feel like she could contribute, but she just wanted to listen, and she's been listening to the conversation. Thank you, Sarah. And Yasa Rose said, we're coming. Oh, Christopher Bazin. Look, oh my gosh, we need to do our own year of the return to Liberia with just this little group here. He said, it was an epic success. Cannot wait until the next get together. I will return to the ministry of mind your own business. Yes, we're going to boss up and make Liberia better for Liberia Africans. Thank you. Quintina said, you're still beautiful. Sarah said, I did want to ask how to go about donating clothes to you once my boys and I grow through your clothes. Oh my gosh, I'm in Oklahoma right now. So please email me at shespeaks2@yahoo.com. I will come pick it up, and I might be here for a couple of months. If you're still in Oklahoma, I will come pick. Yes, I'm in Oklahoma. the land of what's Oklahoma? The Indians and cowboys. So so Sarah wants to donate clothes. I am so grateful for that. And someone, Quintina, I have to say this again. I said it already. She said, you are still beautiful. Okay. Like, remember when we telling the beautiful and they start doing all kind of things. So Blessed Bar Soap said, well done. It's 8:31. I want to thank you all for coming and staying this long. The ones that started from the beginning, started from the bottom, now we're here. And I will be researching more topics. I quite enjoyed being interactive with all of you guys. This was so good. Everybody had the same mindset on how to, it's like we have so many ideas on how to make Liberia great. We just don't know what to do. So I just want to thank you all for joining. And you guys have brightened my evening. I feel like loved. I really do. I feel loved and appreciated. And I just want to thank you guys. So I will be signing off. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you later. And I don't know how to turn this off now. So let me see. Good night, y'all, and have a blessed week. Blessed Bar Soap. So I'm just gonna, you guys can log off. I don't know how to log off, so I'm gonna try. Oh, okay. So I did figure out how to log off. You hit the X and it says, do you want to stop streaming? So bye, guys. Bye, everyone, and stay safe. So together we can. Oh, I'm just gonna keep reading these comments. Y'all can start logging off. That was Mother Lynn's mom's crafting. She said she's sewing. Henrietta said, thank you. Mother of all said, bye, everyone. And y'all feel free to start getting on. I'm just sitting here. So